everyone, and welcome back to Cheeseman Championships. My name is Cristal, and thank you for joining me today. We have the finale of our Game 4s today. It looks like the only ones who got a sweep were the Thunders. So they are resting, they're chilling, and they're waiting to see the conclusion of the Clippers and Nuggets matchup. But we're not talking about them today. We'll be talking about them tomorrow. Today, we are going to talk about the Cavs taking the Heat and the Rockets and the Warriors. This series pretty much has been a little repetitive throughout the games, but there's still been quite a bit of energy and intensity because the Heat has almost been able to win some of these games, you know? So I really wonder if they're going to be able to win tonight. We're going to find out. It seems that the Cavs always come back. Either they start with, you know, all that fire, all that energy, and they win the game, or they just have an answer for anything that the Heat seem to produce. Okay, so for the first quarter, we have the Moon, the Knight of Wands, and the Three of Swords. I am getting a specific player who is a starter. You know, a really good player who's going to be way too in his head and not do so well the entire game. Like, I've just seen a really bad start, and the name I'm receiving right now is Donovan Mitchell. I'm not getting anybody from the Heat. I was like trying to see if this was like Tyler Hero's energy or maybe Adebayo. Not really sensing that right now. I'm sensing it more from someone who is just expected to do so much in this game. So that's what I have for now. We'll see if second quarter has anything else to clarify about it. Okay, so we have total positive shift in the second quarter. I see good things happening for who's at home, the Heat. It's so weird. Okay, so my cards originally do have the Heat winning this series. I have the Cavs winning, and I had them winning in 5. However, it feels like my readings have still very much been for the Heat, and I don't know if it's because my cards are just like, you know, again, stubborn and they're sticking to their true feelings, but or if there's just like that, you know, that passion from the Heat that is being like, you know, generated, but it's not producing what they need to do on the court just because the Cavs are just, they're just that good of a team. Again, they have an answer for everything that the Heat come up with. So I just see, you know, still letting up. I still them still trying their best. I see them, you know, trying to maneuver and get their way through this game somehow. So I still see that the Heat like maintain that stability, that they maintain that tempo throughout the game, and they don't let up. If, you know, if it is true that Donovan Mitchell is not having the best game, they're going to capitalize on that. And that's probably going to be the thing that motivates them to, you know, continue to kick ass. So, okay, let's see what happens after halftime. I still see the Cavaliers leading. Okay, so we got probably a slow start to the third quarter. It seems like both teams are kind of preserving some of their energy to see how they should handle the rest of the game. Again, we have seen this card before, the Four of Swords, and remember, it's very much like putting your tools away for a minute, waiting for the necessary time to use it. Okay, and the other two cards had me confused for a little bit, but, you know, there's some similarities in these two cards and these cards from the first quarter. They both have knights, and they both have a woman that is very much in the attire of the moon. So I see that the person who was in their head in the first quarter, again, in my mind it's Donovan Mitchell, he really takes that time during halftime to get his shit together, and he gets his shit together. So he is the one that I see that was like preserving his energy, and in a way it's saying that he was preserving his energy, but he was just not hitting his shots, or he was just not doing things the way that he could have done or the way that he usually does. So he was probably shut down some way, somehow, but he got some clarity after halftime, and he's gonna come into the third quarter and be dominant. So I got Cavs in the third quarter. All right. Are the Cavs going to sweep? Are the Heat going to make something happen? What's going on? Ooh, what's going on? Oh, okay. I feel like someone's going to drop the ball. I feel like the Heat, are very much going to drop the ball and get way into their head, into their motions. really noticed, the drastic difference that happened after halftime from the Cavaliers, and they just came in hot, and, they really start blaming themselves. There's that hope that they could win, that hope that they could make it into game 5, but reality really starts to set in the fourth quarter, and the Heat are not able to win this game. Therefore, it looks like the Cavaliers are going to get away with the sweep. So, that's true. That means that a team from the Western Conference and a team from the Eastern Conference were the only ones, just one from each conference, able to sweep. Which my cards think so. Wow, dude, I'm sorry. That would be my card's first predicted L regarding the series. So, damn. So from the Earth Magic deck, we got Love, Compassion. And how does that relate to this? Well, I mean, the Cavaliers are very proud of themselves that they accomplished winning the series. However, they're not, they're still chilling because they just got through the first series. They didn't win the ship yet. All right, my cards have the Cavaliers sweeping. Okay, now we're going to see into the Rockets and Warriors matchup. We have the Warriors leading the series 2-1. So will the Rockets be able to tie it up, or will Golden State take that 3-1 lead? Golden State's scary, y'all. They have been here before, and it's so hard, like I said, to win in Golden State. So we'll see how it goes. That was an intense game. I did say that Steph Curry was going to get his shit together. Like, it might have been a Steph Curry game, which it was. So, will he have another game like that? We're gonna see. First quarter, as of now, we have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Cups. Okay, we got people already. The intensity in the first quarter is gonna be in sync. So, I don't know what specific players, but it's going to be both teams. They're in alignment. They're not here to fuck around. There's a lot of emotion in this game. It feels like a game 7, or it feels like a do or die type of game, elimination game. There's intensity on both sides of the court, and it's going to start already with passion, fire, energy. I see a lot of smart playmaking though, so it's going to be a good start to the game. Cards are being loud about this game. We got the Strength card again. She is hanging out in this reading. We have 2 cards of Pentacles, which shows me that the Warriors will probably get the upper hand towards the second quarter. So it's probably good karma on their end. They start to look, really together as a team. And by the end of the second quarter, even though they might not be leading by a lot, they seem to be having a good, steady rhythm together, and I do see them taking that lead. So I think it's going to be a very close game the entire time, but as far as who's going to be taking the second quarter, it's going to be the Warriors. Okay, it's after halftime. Oh, we have the Death card, the 4 of Cups. Oh shit, who fucks up, who gives up the game, and the King of Swords. Hold the phone. Okay, this third quarter has me stuck because it could go either way. And I hate saying that because I feel like those are just very generic answers, right? Yes, of course it could go either way. But what I'm getting is that the player that was going off for the Warriors in the first quarter either drops the ball entirely, possibly gets injured and it fucks up the rest of the game, or that player goes off and it diminishes any hope that the Rockets had to continue on. I am seeing Steph Curry. I'm seeing that he could have another shutdown game, but that's only if he's producing work in the first quarter. He possibly could in the second quarter, but he needs to shine in the first quarter, or else I don't see that happening. And if not, then he drops the ball. All right, well, Rockets tie up the series. Will be more clarified. Oh my god. We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, we got a sad team. We have the 3 of Wands and the 8 of Wands. I'm getting the energy of better luck next time. You really tried, and when it was time to come in with that passion, you did not show up for it. You did not bring that energy. However, I am seeing more Rockets energy towards the end of this quarter. Okay, I think Rockets might come back. And what's telling me this is the Eight of Wands, which symbolizes we're not going to go without a fight. We are not going to just be silenced so easily. And the reason why I said that, there's sadness or there's a team that's going to be super sad is because we have the Five of Cups here, which relates to the energy of the third quarter, the Four of Cups. Like literally, like you can see the sadness, you can see the sorrow in both of those cards. And I don't see the Rockets giving up. I see them finding an opportunity in the third quarter to really fuck shit up. They figure it out towards the beginning of the fourth quarter, and they come in and tie up the series. Interesting. Because I'm still getting the better luck next time. Tying up the series, there's still a lot of hope, So that's why it could be No, though. I don't get the Warriors. Okay. We're gonna see. Will this card help clarify or will it mess up the perspective? Oh, crystals. Focus. We got a laser focused team right from the beginning. Like I said, it's going to be high intensity the second that this game starts. But it's the team that maintains that focus. Like I said, if Steph Curry goes off in that first quarter, Warriors are probably taking this game. But if he loses that concentration, if he loses that focus, Rockets are taking it and they're tying up the series. Damn. Well, that concludes my readings for today. Very interesting outcomes. I really hope that the Rockets get to tie the series because it's just good basketball. Again, the Western Conference, man, it's lit. It's awesome. Upset that OKC swept. Whatever. I already discussed my thoughts. However, these games are just good basketball. Tomorrow, we're going to discuss and go in depth about some other interesting games, especially with the Clippers and the Nuggets, because there's some great cheeseman that happened. And if you live under a rock and don't know what I'm talking about, please just Google Aaron Gordon. All right. Aaron Gordon and James Harden. Just do that. All right. Do that for me because the gods blessed me with an amazing game. But with that being said, everyone, thank you so much for your continuous support. I appreciate every single one of you. And I just wanted to say that I have something very exciting that I'm going to announce on Thursday. So be sure to continue liking, commenting, sharing to everyone so they can subscribe to my channel. And follow me on Twitter or on TikTok, which the descriptions will be linked below. So I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.